Let's sit straight. Keeping the vertebral column and the neck in line. Let the hands drop in the lap without any tension. First we relax the body. Look at each component of the body from top to bottom. Let it relax so that there is no tension in any body part. You can mentally massage each limb so that at least during the time of meditation, your attention is not focused on the body. Of the steps involved in the meditation that Krishna talks in the 6th chapter, you have to sit in a place which is conducive for meditation. So hopefully in a prayer room with external paraphernalia that helps the mind to withdraw from external activities but concentrate by recognizing the sanctum sanctorum of the inner essence. So puja room or some other place where the mind is not agitated, and in a seat comfortable, and Krishna says neither too high or too low, but enough convenient so that one is comfortable, and at a time where external disturbances are minimum. In the Shanti part, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, we are requesting the Lord to provide a peace from all external and internal obstacles that are of beyond the human control, that can be due to Adi Bhautika, that means beyond anyone's, and obstacles that we know the source but we have no control, and also internal obstacles. In the initial stages, we had to make an effort, a particular time and a place convenient, until we have the capacity to bring the mind to a seat of meditation at any time and at any place. To do that, we should have more control on the mind, and mind cannot be controlled unless we live a life which is first dharmic and also tune the life towards higher purpose. Kurutam kuru. That's what you have to do, what need to be done as an obligatory duties without unnecessarily getting involved activities that are not really relevant. And keep the mind more focused on the very purpose of life. So what I do in the seat of meditation depends upon what I do rest of my time. If the rest of my time is also involved in the activities that uplift the mind, without emotional attachments to the objects or the persons, then I'll be able to concentrate the mind also in the seat of meditation. Attachments drain the mind, but obligations can be done without emotional attachments. It's not insensitivity to the situations. Attachment is only removing the selfish part in the activities and the results. Only a prepared mind can concentrate at the seat of meditation. However, even for such mind, the minds keep running away from the seat of meditation to the object thoughts or people thoughts that have strong impressions during the day-to-day activities. That happens to everyone. But once I recognize that my mind is not available at the seat of meditation, I have to bring it back again. So the very recognition that mind has run away has already solved half the problem. Yato yato nischarati manas chanchalamastheram tatastato nayamyaitat atmanyeva. So whenever I discover that the mind has gone away, then and there itself I have to bring it back. This constant struggle goes on throughout life. This is true whether I am sitting in the seat of meditation or later also when I am meditating in all or during all my activities too. That forms the nididhyasanam, constant concentration of the mind onto the higher purpose or higher truth as we have learned from Vedanta. So for a Vedantic student, meditation is not anymore an activity to be done at a particular time, but that becomes the very process of life itself, because the mind has to be focused onto that in spite of apparent the pluralities that we perceive or apparent transactions in the world. But until I get to that state, I have to practice, and at the seat of meditation, chanting of the Lord's name, or singing or bhajan, and not only intellectually but emotionally understanding the meaning of those bhajans help in refocusing the mind from all external selfish activities and surrendering ourselves at the altar of our Ishtadevata, or a form of God that we can appreciate. As a sequence of steps to bring the mind, we did pranayama, controlling the breath, that helps the mind to refocus or bring to the seat, and prana vichana, witnessing the breathing process to help ourselves to train that we are not the doers but only observers. In our presence, all the activities go on by the body, mind and intellect. We can shift our attention to be a partly as a witnessing agent, not involved in any activities, but as though blessing the body, mind and intellect to function as needed, as per dharma. So we should know what is the right thing to do, what is the correct choice of action as a part of sadhana until it becomes natural to us. So meditation is shifted from a temporal activity to the very life itself once we understand the truth. We cannot but be in meditation all the time. Once we can appreciate the absolute truth that pervades and that is independent of time, space and object-wise. So Vedantic teaching helps us to recognize what is the reality that underlies the world. So as a part of meditation, I have to witness the presence of the Lord or myself, the self, the conscious existence, or at least the presence of the God in every object and in every living being, starting from my own body, mind and intellect. Seeing the presence of the Lord in me is the first step, because I don't have to go in search of the Lord anywhere else, because He is with me only. That forms, the body becomes a temple. Inside the body, if I proceed further, the mind, the pranas and the mind and the intellect are the gates that you enter into until you reach the innermost essence where the Lord is. So recognition of the Lord in myself as the very essence is the first step. That we should do the first thing in the morning, as soon as we get up, or as soon as our mind is available for us. Seeing the presence in the body, recognizing that itself is a temple, makes us recognize or approach the body itself as the temple of Lord, and therefore to be appropriately taken care of in terms of cleanliness, both externally and internally. But Lord is also everywhere and in every heart, or in every essence of every object and the person too. As Krishna says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmano Gavihastini. So whether it's a wise man or a cow or an elephant or a dog or even a dog eater, Panditaha Samadarsina, a wise person, one who is exposed to the Shrutis or the teaching of the Vedanta, has equal vision, and the equality is the presence of the Lord. So my attitude itself should change in terms of how I live in this world. That I should practice deliberately until it becomes natural. That forms the meditation. Because I have to make an effort, as the mind has a tendency, because of the past habits, to run away from this understanding and pay attention to external factors, forgetting the internal aspect. External factors only in terms of names and forms and attributes, which are essentially superficial, since they do not last long, but that which lasts long, which is essence, that now we should keep in mind to the degree possible in all our transactions, whether he is a friend or a foe. Samadarsanam is a vision of oneness that pervades the whole universe, that understanding, awareness of that fact all the time, to the degree possible, becomes a meditation. But until then, I can start with the practice of meditation at a particular time and place, until I reach a stage where I can meditate all the time, including at a particular time and place too. So it's no more a scheduled activity, but should be activity all the time. Once we understand the truth about either the Lord or about the self, because that is the purpose of the Vedantic teaching and the very purpose of life itself, as pointed out by the Vedanta. So from now on, I should learn how to meditate all the time, if possible, or whenever I can, if possible, or at least a particular time and place if other things are not possible. A commitment, because this is the very purpose of life, very fulfillment of life, and the very goal of life. Once I recognize that this is the most important that I have to do or I need to do until it has become natural, the very purpose of these camps and teachings and study. The next few minutes, just feel the presence of the Lord in you. In every breath, in every sound, in every thought, and every absence of the thought. There is no place where the Lord is not there. Everything becomes auspicious once I recognize His presence. Feel emotionally, intellectually, that presence of the Lord in you, and also presence of the Lord in everyone and every object too. Take a deep breath and slowly open your eyes. Hari Om.